Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. How's everyone doing? Long time no see. Let me quickly fix this. Can you hear me well? Is the music okay? Let me know. So, for those who are new here, this character is a character we started over a month ago. The concept is by Olga Samoylova, I believe. Let me quickly check. Olga Samoylova, yes. So the link to her art station is in the description, so you can check out her work. Do I have an art station? Yes, so if you go in the description of the video, there'll be Layla's links, and it's my link tree with all of my social media. But also you can search by my name. I'm pretty sure I'm the only Layla Viscu out there on art station. So yeah, this is where we left off. Unfortunately, my microphone broke last time and I couldn't stream, so we haven't seen each other for quite a while. A few things changed since then. I need to get a new mic, I need to move to a new house, and I dyed my hair, which is like a minor change, but yeah. I think we're pretty on track with him, but I got some references for the clothing, so I think we'll work on that today. If you guys have any questions, please reach out in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them. Okie dokie. So this is a cropped version of the concept, the full concept. I have it here. Yes. Really cool. I want to focus on some definition to the clothing today, like the robe and his pants. What else? Maybe bandana as well. It'd be good to do that as well. So I'm gonna delete it for now, and I'm gonna keep just this reference, which I use to check the proportions. Now that I'm looking at it, it looks like his jaw is a bit too wide. That very interesting proportions. Started on the hair last stream, but never got around to finishing it because I couldn't stream for a month. I want to hit the silhouette a little bit more, and we'll move on. Hey, Tikikashi, thank you. Nice to see you. Calm? What? I don't need AI viewers, thank you. Is that a thing now? We'll see if my cat, Mossy, makes an appearance today on stream. She's been really obsessed with my computer recently, specifically with a cursor on screen. She tries to eat it. So we'll see. Change the lights because this is blinding me. Speak of the devil. Chat, Mossy, chat. Now that you've officially met each other, we can move on. I think I'll switch to basic material to see the shapes better. Then I'll eventually switch back to skin shade 4. This chest is massive. Just sitting there. Well, for now, she is trying to eat my stylus though. But I need to stream, milady. ZBrush is a game and I'm playing it. Mossy is a modded difficulty, like she is an extra difficulty setting that makes sculpting in ZBrush harder. Not only because she attacks my hand, but also because of how cute she is. And I need to focus. Music might be a tad too loud. Okay, I can bring it down. Does this sound better? Or is it still too loud? I love that so much. I love the silhouette of the hair. Thank you. I really like the concept. I think it's amazing. I think I'll start with just shapes, as I always do. I like to work on my lowest subdivision level for as long as I can. And when I realize that it's no longer letting me push the shapes more, then I add a level. But I avoid adding subdivision levels from the start. No? Awesome. So there's a bit of tension here, obviously because it's tied with what's it called, like a sash in the middle, which will make a bit smaller. Sculpt on that too. I'll just add a few horizontal. Oops. I think we should check the proportions before I go any further, especially around this area. These are roughly, yeah, that's roughly the correct scale. Okay, so that's so. The belt should be sitting lower, about here. And this section that pulls in should also sit lower. Fix that. So I like to go to deformation tab and do polish by groups every now and again. If I see that the shape is becoming too wobbly, I want to sort of reset it. Now what I'm doing to create the fake thickness for now, I go to masking, I mask it by border, control click on the canvas to invert it. And then you can either go in deformation and deflate it, or what I like to do is just with transpose tool, holding down control and deflating it this way. Being honest, I only use the inflate deflate feature through transpose tool. 1 second. I was desperately trying to find a space on my tiny little desk to sit while I work. Go on. Character looks like he's fit well on Dead Island game. Ooh. Who made that? Techland Fat Shark? I've never heard of this game. The survival zombie thing? Yeah. Maybe. He seems a bit too chill to be in a zombie apocalypse game though. But maybe that's the point. He'll be the one that survives. Stylized so Bloom and Rage Riot Girl. Thank you. You mean like as a game, Bloom and Rage? Lost Records Bloom and Rage just style fits with that game. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Yes, it's stylized, but also mixed with a bit of realism. I played the game. I found the ending a bit confusing, but as an experience, I really enjoyed it. Such a beautiful game. Bottle a little tie. Have you guys seen Fable gameplay that they have just shown off a few days ago? The 30-minute one. I've never personally played Fable, but it looks really fun. So I might get into it next year when it comes out. Yes, ending felt like there would be a tape 3, right? Felt unfinished. But I know that they had some like difficulties with this game, or like with the company as a whole. I think a lot of people were laid off and stuff like that. So it was a miracle that this game was ever made. I mean, Bloom and Rage, Lost Records, not the Fable one. What does a tie look like? I should Google it. This. A neat little thing you can do is go into this cog menu and then go deform my heart, and with these orange conus's, no, what are they called? These orange icons, you can control how many control points you will have, and it's basically your lattice if you use Maya or any Autodesk products. And by selecting individual or multiple points and then inverting the mask, you can basically move things around the way that you want them to move. So I think I'll do like this, like this. And then once you're done, you accept it, and now you have this shape. It's really cool. I know I could have used ZBrush, but that tool is more precise, and it's really good for when you're working in stylization and you want to avoid wobbliness in your sculpt. It's good for that. Add a bit of thickness. Extrude all polygons. Seems about right. And control and drag to make a duplicate. The control drag makes a duplicate of whatever you've just created on the same subtool as well. So it's copying things within one subtool, because there's another hotkey for copying things to a different subtool. Okay, and that I think we want to wrap behind it. That's what I see on the reference anyway. Done knot is not as successful like they used to be. Yeah, unfortunately. I haven't been following their just them on social media to know exactly what happened, but yeah, I know that they struggled for a while. On a different topic, I think it was not Unreal Fest, it was either like PlayStation or one of those directs, and they announced the Wolf Among Us 2, and I'm a huge fan of Wolf Among Us 1, which if you haven't played, what are you doing? Close the stream and go play it and come back. Really good game. It's like a murder mystery inside New York City, but with fairy tale characters, and the main character is the big bad wolf from Red Riding Hood, was turned human, and he needs to investigate the crimes in New York City. The game was a huge success when it came out in 2013, and then we were told that the sequel was in the making, but then the game got cancelled so many times and then revived, and now officially we got a trailer and I think even a release window, if not date, but like at least year. So it's coming next year. Never played The Wolf Among Us? I really recommend it. It's a short game, but it's a really cool experience. Like all the fairy tales turned dark in the video game medium. Okay. Now the fastest way to make the little dangly bits would be with, what's it called? Curve strap snap or curve flat snap. I think I'll use the flat one. Now I'll use it on this view and I'll just throw it out like so with a bigger brush size. Manipulate it into where I want it to be. Okay, so it's too thin and too short. We can fix it. We can incurve, enable elastic to extend it a bit further down. Now it should be around the length that we need it to be. Maybe we'll straighten it slightly. Oh, interesting. Let's turn off elastic to do that. Doesn't want to. It's okay. Let's confirm. Take the move brush. Straighten it ish. And to make it thicker, let's drop one loop here. To make it thicker, I'm gonna go extrude, edge loop. Something like this, and we check and it's still too thin, something like this, although it does seem a bit much, but we'll see. Now uncrease all because it created creases in the process. Great. Now let's split hidden. Did you play any of the dark picture games like Little Hope, The Devil in Me? No, never even heard of them. Dark picture games. No, again, survivals. I don't think I've ever played a survival game. Oh, I do know the actor who was used for like the main protagonist, the main hero, it seems, of Little Hope. I recognize the actor. Devil in Me. Are they good? Also survive. Cinematic games with choice matters. Oh, cool. Wolf Among Us is kind of like that, but not very, like, it's beautiful in its own style, but it's not realism. It's like heavy stylization. Yes, I enjoyed them. They are short games, like 6 hours. I see. How scary are they? Because I can't even do horror films by myself. Move it up. Drop a support loop here and here. And we can increase polygroups and turn on subdivisions. By subdivisions, I mean the dynamic subdivisions. You can even turn on thickness if you wanted to. I don't find them to be that scary, but they add a jump scare here and there, and you should give them a try, and the characters inspire me a lot, especially their outfits. Okay. Are they on Steam? Balancing ruler. I'll isolate this one, delete hidden, and then I'm gonna mirror and weld the local symmetry. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Before I do that, I'm just gonna push this one closer, mirror and weld. Awesome. Now construct. It's just because it's easier to manipulate it after it's been posed like this, but obviously the knot itself is asymmetrical, so there's going to be some asymmetry in this as well. If the games are on Steam, but they were on sale, but there's gone now. Oh, doesn't Steam do sales based on your location? No. I thought that's how it worked. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, let's leave the tie. It's okay for now. I'll revisit it 100 times later. Obviously, it needs to be thicker. I can do that though. Are you guys working on anything at the moment? Like a project as you watch me stream on the background, or just watching without working on anything? I'm always curious. That a custom brush for mech cut? Yes, it's from Polygon, but it's pretty much the same as the normal mech cut, which you can get for free. And I think I have it somewhere as well, just normal mech cut. If not here, it's somewhere in my archives of brushes. But yeah, if you just Google mech cut brush, you can find it. compression folds that often occur on the arms when the character pulls like a long sleeve up, which is the case here, I feel like. I like to follow something called X, Y, and Z folds. And let me explain what that means. X folds kind of look like this. So you can see the X. Y folds, kinda, it's hard to see it here. Here is Y, and Z is this way. Z. So X, Y, Z, and this is roughly what makes up the compression folds. So it's easy to remember. Obviously you need to refine it and you need to work with different depths, so you don't just paint on the surface, you actually modify it from all different angles. But I've always found different types of cloth folds intimidating until I started seeing shapes and I was like, oh, it can be called that way. And then I found somewhere on the internet that it already is a thing, and I'm like, ah, I'm not that smart. Is it better to sculpt in low poly than high poly? I prefer to keep it as low poly as possible for as long as possible, because you can get trapped if you add too many subdivision levels and you start, let's say I jumped straight to like 2.7 mil and started like doing this thing. Obviously you can see the X clearer now, right? But look how sharp it is, look how ugly it is. It's not the way. But if I worked on subdivision level 2, which is what I did, which has very little polygons by ZBrush standards, it makes the silhouette stronger and makes a stronger shape that later when you subdivide you can improve upon, but you have a solid base, right? That's what I like to do. It's a really cool thing in ZBrush that it's called like dynamic brushes, which were introduced, I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago now. So compared to the normal brushes, they activate the dynamics of the cloth as you use them. So let me explain. This is a cloth move brush. See how it's reacting? And this is normal move brush. You need to be very careful not to overdo it, because this would be a terrible sculpt. But if you use it on something very low poly, it can work very well for stylized pieces. I think I'm gonna use it to pull the sleeve down a bit. It will naturally create folds when you do that. I think I'll commit to the thickness now. this thick. Fly. Be problematic though, because unless I turn the back face mask off, it will start clipping through the backside of the cloth. So you're like simultaneously sculpting on two sides, which I don't like. So I might actually revert to this stage, and then we'll add thickness at the end. I think that his hands might be a bit too big. Hi Layla. Hello Warrior Maddie. How's it going? Okay. I want to have longer folds through here. I love using back face mask if you don't have it as part of your ZBrush pipeline. I strongly recommend that you try using it. It's good for so many things. So it can be found if you don't use it. Let me turn off the chat. So if you go to on the I'm gonna see it. It was the brush palette, right? Let me dock it. Overlay is not really helping, but this is the brush palette, as you can see. Back face mask is under auto masking, and I just have it dragged out here for my custom UI. Every time I try to explain to people what backface mask does, I failed miserably. So I just tell people to try it for themselves and see the difference, because you can feel the difference once you actually start using it. Thanks for the advice, appreciate it. You should post this character on ArtStation once you finish with it. I should, I know. I haven't posted on ArtStation in a while. I'm just so particular with what I post on ArtStation. It's kind of like the best of my works. And I have so many sculpts that I've done here on stream that I never posted because I don't find them good enough. Even though that I can objectively see that they're good. I put in time, I put in effort, some things turned out well. But it's hard for me to let go of that perfectionism. I went to see Toy Story 5 with my workmates yesterday, and I was surprised at how much I enjoyed it. I was going in thinking that they're just milking this cow that is Toy Story, and what are they gonna do with part 5, right? But I was very impressed. Even teared up at some point of the movie. I'm not gonna spoil. Yeah, just Pixar did it again. Made me cry. Good stuff. I am a bit biased though, because I grew up watching Pixar movies and Disney movies, which you can probably see in my art style as well. So take it with a grain of salt. That if you absolutely hate Pixar style and animation, that you will probably not enjoy it. But I love it. But I enjoyed it a great deal. What else can I do? Back of it. It's roughly the shape that I want. But knowing myself, will probably change a few more times. What do you guys struggle with the most in 3D? Doesn't have to be characters. Like, which part of the pipeline is the hardest to understand or nail? I can say what it is for me. For me, it's posing the characters. It's always hard. They always end up looking stiff and almost like toys, you know, with articulated joints where there's no motion, gesture. Even though I know of all the principles, it's still hard to implement them. But I'm trying my best. Actually gonna say posing. I see, we're in the same boat. Sculpting folds, it's something I need to practice a lot. Wow, same here. That's what we're doing. But yeah, folds are tough. I have a whole folder on both ArtStation and Pinterest called Anatomy of Folds. And I save everything I see on ArtStation that impresses me in terms of how well the clothing is done. It's hard. Even now, you see, kind of looks right, but it doesn't look appealing. What are these folds? They're weird. Maybe it's because it's symmetrical that's weirding me out. Is they too long? What is the most enjoyable part of the process for you guys? If posing and sculpting folds is the most troublesome, what's the most enjoyable? Apart from posting on ArtStation. That looks like he has a beer belly, and I don't think that's what I want from this character. Some characters it could work well for, but in his case, it's not what I want. So I want his chest to come forward a bit more. I think the final product is the most enjoyable for me. Fair enough. That likeness is incredible. Oh, thank you. Spent quite a bit of time on his head, so I think it's 80% there. Not his body, not yet. Cloth and hair are the ones that take me the longest. Hair takes even longer than cloth, in my experience. But you know, just gotta trust the process. It's gonna turn out well. Also, when I'm using clay buildup and I'm building up these strokes that are either vertical or horizontal, instead of using normal smooth, I like to use smooth that's directional. It's not in here. You can find it in File, Lightbox Projects. Then you go to Brushes, if I can find them. Brushes. Smooth. Smooth directional. This one. Yep. And then use that instead of the normal smooth. So, depending on the direction in which you're smoothing, it's gonna... Interesting. It's kind of working asymmetrically. So yeah, depending on the direction that you go, it will erase the details. But it's not working very well for some reason with symmetry. Which is interesting. I might switch to normal smooth. No? Now that I think about it, there's this trim that goes around. Wonder if we should add it now. Let's add it now. I'm just gonna save. I'm gonna duplicate the robe. I'm gonna delete higher. Maybe even reconstruct one level down. And then we can slide edge loop complete. Slide this one. Polygroup, polyloop. have a line going all around, and that line can become that leopard print. And I just want to make sure that this line has equal thickness throughout. Line up and see. Yeah, that sounds about right. Did you see Julian Cossette's version of this character on ArtStation? Seen a version. I don't remember if that was the artist. Oh yeah, it's really good. They only did a portrait though, but it's a good portrait. I like the face. Yeah, they kind of separated this thing from the robe. Then what is it? Is he wearing 3 layers of clothing? It's a bit hard to understand. Yes, it goes lower. I agree. But then it almost disappears. He did not create the earpods for the ears, he did not? Oh, I really want to model them. No, he didn't. No, I really want to model both earpods and the CD player on his hip with ZModeler. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. Hi Layla, cool looking character. Hey Indy, thank you. Hi Sheriff. Turn the chat on so you guys can see who I'm talking to. Okay, so you reckon, guys, this leopard print is a separate piece to the robe? Is he wearing 2 robes? Doesn't make sense. Is it following the opening of the robe so nicely? In my head I had it that it's just a leopard trim. Two robes. I don't wanna, because it might look weird doing rigging. Like, you can rig it to look nice, but I'm not good of a rigger to make it look nice. I kinda wanna combine them into one. See what it looks like, okay? If I hate it, we'll do 2 robes. But if I can live with it, we won't do 2 robes. Okay, now I want to add thickness. Extrude, hold the group all, like so. Oh, but then I want to inset it as well. Inset, pull the group all. Let's inset it with standard setting. I'll turn off the chat because it's a bit distracting. Sorry, chat. Inset. Extrude. Extrude. Ugh. Ugh. Not nice. Don't like it. Ah, 2 robes it is. I give in. But I'm gonna cheat. Just don't tell anyone, guys. I'm gonna Control-Shift-D to duplicate it again. And this time I'm gonna select this edge and Control-Shift-X to expand it. I'm gonna expand it maybe this many times. Might not even need all of these. That's what I'll keep. This will be the robe. So I'll delete hidden. So we don't get confused. I'm gonna color pick this color. Fill it. And I'm gonna take my transpose tool and control drag on the yellow square to deflate it. Now, that's cool. Kind of looks like inner layer of the robe to me. Yeah, but why is it, you see? Kind of flat here. I just don't see the shading. Ah, maybe. But I'll do it this way. We also don't see it here on the opening, which is weird. Extrude, edge loop. Don't merge, please. Extrude. Poly group. Bit too much. Let's delete a few poly loops. We don't need these. Got merged. Oh well. Keep it like this. Let's inflate it some more. That means we can actually go back to this version. Delete this version. It's the ropes. Hello Renji, welcome to the stream. That looks good. The inner rope adds extra details. You think? Okay, you've convinced me. Keeping second rope. To be honest, it's very productive when I stream, not because I get a lot of things done, but because I have choice paralysis, and when I do, I can ask you guys for advice. Because when I'm sculpting alone, I need to convince my brain to go with one decision over the other, and then it turns into like this internal monologue slash argument, you know? Gets ugly. As I mentioned at the start of the stream, I will be moving soon, again. Thanks to my current landlord's decision to sell the place, which I've only been living in for a year. That means that next time we see each other, I'll be in a new space. Lighting might look a bit different. Yeah. Hopefully all of my tech survives the move. When I moved from from New Zealand to Australia, I packed my PC in my carry-on, and to make sure that all the parts wouldn't move much, I disassembled my PC, like all the parts, RAM, motherboard, graphics card. I wrapped them in my socks to create some padding, and so they don't get damaged on the plane. And they survived a 3.5-hour flight. So there's a tip for you. Tip nobody asked for, but nonetheless, if you're moving your PC and you're worried that it's gonna get damaged, wrap the parts in socks. Tech and socks, yes. Yeah. Only amazing quotes on streams with me. So much wisdom in here. It's insane. What else can I tell you guys? Oh, there's a game developers conference happening this month that I signed up for, I believe, in Queensland, Australia. So if you're in Queensland, Australia, come by and say hi. I'll be there in the role of a mentor, doing stuff. It's always so awkward because I signed up for those things because why not? I love helping people. But then people that come to the booths that we are at, by we I mean game lofters, people are socially awkward and I am socially awkward sometimes. So it can be hard to get things going, like a conversation going. It's called Queensland Games Festival. We'll have a few sessions throughout the day on Saturday 27th of June, which is next week. Can you guys relate? Do you feel socially awkward, or are you more of an extrovert? What comes easy to you? Is it hard for you to network? I know it can be sometimes viewed as something very performative, and it is, to an extent. You have to sell yourself at those conventions. It can be fun as well. I would go on the other side of the planet though. I know. I know. Probably not something you would wanna come for. Like, the atmosphere is great, but it's not that big of a deal as, let's say, SIGGRAPH or ZBrush Summit or GDC. Sometimes I regret sharing too much personal information to strangers. You mean when you network? Yeah, I guess. No, it happens to me as well. I try not to worry about it too much. I like to imagine that people have bad memory and they'll just not remember. And I know a thing or two about oversharing information on the internet. In my 3 years of streaming here, pretty sure I've embarrassed myself so many times. And hey, I'm still not cancelled. Still going. Hey, now that I notice it, these folds are way too strong. How do we deal with it? It's got a lot of the sleeve, like a big chunk of the sleeve relaxed, and then it gets crunched up like so. I'm also on the other side of the planet too, from Denmark. Oh, nice to see people from all over the world in the chat. So cool. And now he looks super buff. Kind of looks like that Michelin guy, the one that's a mascot for that tire shop or whatever. Or car repair shop, I don't know. You know what I mean, right? That's good. Okay, from what I'm seeing, concept, there is a distinct cut, even though I don't really see it on kimonos. It is there. Maybe it's not a kimono. It goes like this. Now I'm gonna pinch it with the pinch brush. Like so. Almost looks oversized, like the robe is a few sizes too big for the guy. Hard to interpret on 3D without posing though. It's like, how do you rig a loose rope that instead of that seam that you see here sitting on his shoulder, it sits here. Interesting. Let's go around the rope and add a few more folds here and there, like his back is just there. absolutely puff. No, agree. Right? When we drop his shoulders down, maybe it will help. I hope. Oh my god. Nope. I like the trick you did in the back of the clay build-up brush. You mean this? I don't like how symmetrical it is. But thank you. I'll try to break it up on one of the sides. Also, I know I'm not showing what keys I'm pressing, but instead of just using smooth brush, I use this trick where I smooth and then I let go of the shift and I keep on smoothing. It does something different to the normal smooth brush. It's something closer to what Maya does with the relax tool, or when you do retopology and you need to relax the area. It does something similar. Alt smooth aka relaxing? Yes. It's a challenge to translate 2D drawing to 3D model. Yeah, for sure. But I love that challenge. I feel like we all do, everyone here. Otherwise, what's the point of watching the stream, right? It is like playing a game. Depending on how good of a job you do at translating, the higher the score. I think it's a good analogy as long as it's not used in a toxic way, right? Because we can all get caught up in how many likes and how many views the reel got and the post got. Yeah, it can get depressing very, very fast. I don't like this one sticking out. Not stylized enough. I'm struggling. Get it to look good. Okay, I tried something, it didn't work, it's fine. Do I like it at this step? Yeah. Was the smooth brush called relaxing? No, it's just smooth brush, but relaxing comes when I let go of the smooth, but I keep on moving the brush, so I don't let go of the geo while I'm smoothing, but I let go of the shift, and that's what's called relaxing in my head. I don't think it's an official name. They call it alt smooth for some reason, pixelogic language. Does it? I don't use the alt smooth, but does it do the exactly same thing as letting go of shift? Who's this Mr. Fancy Pants? You mean this guy? I don't know, it's just a concept I found on ArtStation and I really like it. That's what I always have difficulty with, is how stylized you make something, especially things like folds and close. Yeah, you kind of need to find good ref of what you want your final product to look like, your final sculpt to look like. Because without it, your brain will struggle to translate whatever you have in your head, the image that you have in the head, on the canvas. So you need to have a rough idea. So I have some references there, but also yeah, struggling a bit. Like, I like how it's pinching in, but I don't like the overall shape of it. Deconstruct again. So we're on even lower. Level. Let's leave it for now. Come back to it when I'm not frustrated. I think I need to step away and like look at it again. Ooh, Czech Republic, Northern Europe, Denmark. Good things about sculpting folds in ZBrush is that you can try something 10 times in the same time as it would take you to simulate it with Marvelous. That's right. I would simulate it in Marvelous, to be honest, but also Marvelous doesn't get you nice stylized shapes, and you would argue that you can stylize them later, but if you have like a very specific vision for what you're making, Marvelous is probably not the way to go. And I envision very like sharp folds everywhere, similar to what Gabriel Suarez does. I don't know if you guys know about Gabriel, but his work is great. Send a link in the chat. Layla, you could use wrinkle brushes alphas. If you use them large scale, they look pretty stylized too. Yeah, I could, you're right. I prefer not to use them because they look good on like a flat surface, but as soon as you start adding them, they look very generic. I know that Overwatch does have their own like pack of stylized folds, and they use them, but they use them very sparingly and very intentionally. So all the characters in Overwatch still look cohesive, but it doesn't look like you can find this one like patch of an alpha on one character and the other, so they mask it a lot. I think I've bought those in the past and I've tried using them, but they would always end up like out of place, so I would get rid of them. Let me see if I have any. Doesn't look like it. You should try to master Marvelous. Creating your own folds requires so much knowledge and experience. Yeah, no, and that's what I want to do. That's why I'm doing it on stream. I have used Marvelous in the past, and I like it, and it's very easy to use, like very user-friendly. But I want to learn to sculpt my own folds. I'd rather struggle really for 2 hours straight and learn something. Because I already know how to use Marvelous, so it wouldn't be a challenge for me. Not that much of a challenge. To sew a garment like this and then get it done. One of my characters, which was Howl from Howl's Moving Castle, had Marvelous designer jacket. And although it looks okay, looking back, I wouldn't use it. I would try and model it in ZBrush or however I want to model it. Let's see. No. No. This one. Yeah, so you see, very marvelously. I never got rid of all those accidental wrinkles. What the hell is this? It looks okay, but I wish I didn't do it in Marvelous, really. Because he's so stylized, and what's going on with these pants and the shirt? Like, the character is so stylized, the hair and the face, the hands, the jewelry, but then I decided to go Marvelous and I don't know. Samantha worked on Overwatch and he just used the good old damn standard brush for folds. Yeah, damn standard is good. Making wrinkles is not rocket science. If you understand fabric tension, it's not hard to understand where they should appear. Sculpting them is not hard. I would say wrinkles maybe, but like major folds that define the silhouette. What again, Gabriel Suarez does. Show it. I'm not sure why it's this way. These things. They look simple, but they're not. They're so intentional, and you cannot just copy them because obviously the proportions of the characters are different, poses are different, that character is posed. So I wouldn't say the sculpting fault is exactly easy. Definitely needs some practice. Using alphas, well, yep. I just downloaded some alphas that I had just to show you what I mean. Obviously they're not perfect for this example, but they're so specific. I feel like they can be used very sparingly and maybe like 1 or 2 places here and there. But I wouldn't rely on them for the basic like understanding of forms and sculpting of forms. Why can't I select the first one? Interesting. They look cool on their own, but in my experience they don't work very well. And if you think they work well, usually people will be able to spot them on the final render unless you spent a good chunk of time implementing them into your sculpt. So like sculpting around them, making them feel connected. Anyway, can't figure out the back. Sorry guys. I'll do it off stream, most likely. My impression is for games you have to deliberately place folds so that it suits all poses, so cannot rely on designer. I may be wrong. Marvel's designer is heavily used in gaming industry. It depends on the budget. If it's like a AAA third person game where you see the back of the character a lot, like imagine Leon from the latest Resident Evil. I have a feeling they had some really cool tech there to make sure that as he runs, the wrinkles change in like the armpits because he's wearing this really tight, what is it, turtleneck or like a t-shirt, and you can see the wrinkles change. So some crazy tech there. But then in a game like Apex Legends, which is not a AAA third-person game, they definitely use Marvelous for any of their jackets, and they're more just skinned without that many dynamics on the cloth itself. So it depends on money or the intention of like art direction and budget. Fine, even if your character is super Disney stylized, realistic fabric wrinkles will not ruin it. I guess what I meant about Howl's moving castle piece is that I could have done it better and it would look more cohesive, more balanced had I done it manually. Marvelous designer is good when you have large volumes of loose fabrics. When fabric leather is wrapped tight, it's not so good. Well, you see, we all have different opinions, and isn't it beautiful? And I think when you combine all the software and you spend time learning like cloth anatomy, character anatomy, human anatomy, you end up in the best place possible, right? I've also played around with cloth sims in Houdini back in the day. Houdini is really good. But it all comes down to your artistic eye. You need to know what looks good. Let's smooth out this border. And then I mask, edge loop complete. Invert. Now I want to go to deformation and polish by groups. Before I do that, I just want to mask this border so it doesn't get affected. Save. Allowance. Let me quickly check. I'm not blocking anyone in front of me. I always tend to prefer a hand sculpted look over simulated look mostly. Yeah, same here. Or a combination of the two. Even if you started on Marvelous, you still need to spend time finessing it, right? Okay, I'm not blocking anyone, so I think I'll go for another, maybe on a half an hour. If you guys have any questions, let me know, because after that, I'll go and probably make myself breakfast and do boring adult things. It looks like it has a beer belly. Trying to balance it a bit more. I would say best is combining few major folds made by hand and medium small details can be simulated in marvelous design. Would be. Hey, working without breakfast should be illegal. Wink twice the Maximus holding you on stream against your will. I blinked thrice, so no. No, I'm good. It's just because I stream at 9 a.m. on Saturdays, and I'm not that hungry at 9 a.m. But by the time this stream is over, I'm starving. So I do it to myself. Minus the back, which I hate. Not too bad. Over progress. Maybe we'll do something on the pants. I tried keeping the typology from... Sorry, the noise. From Character Creator. It's the same typology as he had in his legs, but I don't think it's gonna work. So let's zero mesh this piece. Much better, but it's touching. Don't touch. Okay, this is much better to sculpt on, but what happened there? Let's separate the cheek sole. That's better. Yeah. We can work with that. These pants are gonna be a beast of their own. So in a row, but should touch the neck. Oh, you're right. You're right. Good spot. Something like that. Yes. Yep. Good spot, good spot. Might be hard to sculpt his pants this way. I would prefer for him to be a bit more in the star pose. You know, his legs going out like this. Maybe I'll do that off stream because this character is made with character creator base, so that means I can bring it back there and potentially move him into a star pose with like legs spread out, and yeah, and then we'll sculpt on top of that. Is it best to sculpt the folds on the clothing before adding any bevels to the sleeves, etc.? What do you mean by bevels to the sleeves? I mean thickness? Or you mean like seams, like clove seams? I think I'll leave them as is for now because of what I said. Yeah, think I'll be ending the stream here. Can add a bit of a gradient though, so it's a bit fence here. Also this neat little trick that I keep on showing. You can go to mask, or masking, then go to mask by normals, and you mask by normals, which creates this lighting, like baked lighting effect with the mask. And then you can like sharpen it a bit. Go to poly paint, adjust colors. You can adjust the intensity and even the hue if you wanted to. Adjust colors, intensity. And if you look at the flat colors, you'd see what it did. Sort of baked the lighting information on there. Quickly paint some leopard print thingy by adding a layer, and then you start painting. And then let's say you want to subtract from the middle to get that cheetah look. You can literally use Alt, and Alt will use whatever alternate color you have here. See, that's not correct, but just to get a better understanding of the proportions, it's sometimes very useful to add the colors on top. This chest is huge, I can see that, but I am not gonna fix it this stream. I'm gonna leave it as is. He's also barefoot, so bear with it. Sometimes I put some loose bevels on the sleeves so it tightens up the area a bit. I see. No, I don't work this way, but I can see it working. Oh, do you mean like the actual border bit? I thought you meant like you crease a fold and then you add a bevel on top of the crease of the fold. This might be a me thing that I do though. If you mean the borders, then I do it as well. Thanks for the chill stream. Thank you for coming, DK Kashi. It's always nice to see you. Last time I've seen your stream a few months ago, something changed since then. Sorry for the noise outside. Did you become X-Men Rogue fan? Something did change, and I've never seen X-Men, but I know the character. So, kinda. This is new. I don't know. It's funky. I like it. I enjoyed watching the time went by so fast, too. I'm glad to hear that. It's more when there is a hole in the clothing near the end of the sleeve at the bottom of the skirt. It's like, I see. I think I had some support loops there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, a little bit. But you can... I think it's a good idea to bevel it even before you start working on major folds. If that tightens it and makes it so like sharp angles like these stay in place. So yeah, why not? Definitely do that. Sweet. That's our guy. That's the concept. Let's do a side by side. And turn this off. It's cute his bare feet. I'll work on those when the time comes. But yeah, that's our guy. I like what you did to your hair. Thank you, Bestie Bunny. Okay, I think I'll call it done for now. Well, for today at least. Maybe I'll sculpt a bit more off stream. But we'll see. Breakfast first. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging around with me. It's always nice to see you. New people, old people. By old, I mean people who have been around for quite a while. Some even from when I started streaming. And yeah, all my links are in the description below. There's also a link to the Discord community, which I'm trying to be active in, even though sometimes I fail. But it's a really cozy place to post your work in progress or final images as well. I like what you did to his hair. Cool stylized curls. Well, I know a thing or two about stylized curls. But thank you. And I hope you'll have an amazing rest of your day wherever you are. And I'll see you in a few weeks. Bye bye.